I'm Jack Jones, editor of Pensions Insight magazine, and with me is Mark Futcher, head of DC at Barnett Waddingham. Mark, your firm was named DC Advisor of the Year at the DC Awards we ran last month. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, it was nice recognition, I suppose, for all the team's hard work, and some exciting client work that we've been doing as well. Some really interesting projects have come up. And obviously, there's been a lot on in the industry, so it was a nice team recognition.
It was a really competitive category because, like you say, there's been a lot going on in the market. So can you just give us a quick kind of overview of what's happened in the DC market?
Yeah, I mean, it was a very good shortlist, and it was good to see that those other firms on that shortlist were ones that we regularly compete against. So that was very, very nice to be recognised against sort of strong competition. It has been a really, really interesting market, as you said, especially where we've got consultancies stepping into provider space, providers stepping into the consultant space. And I think we've been really, really clear on what our objective is. It's to maintain that independent consultancy. And we haven't done anything that compromises that sort of viewpoint. So where consultancies have changed their business model, that's kind of sort of good news, I suppose, in a way, for several reasons. It brings some new competitors into the market, and I think the market did need some new competition, albeit with the rise of master trusts in the DC space. There is now a view that there's almost too much competition and that's not regulated hard enough, so we've had some new regulations coming in to sort of quash that down. But for us, that demonstrates the importance of being independent, being able to advise on the whole market and do what's genuinely best for our clients and their members.
Mm-hmm. What would you say is the most kind of important thing you can do in terms of actually improving member outcomes?
Yeah, I suppose that's sort of the holy grail, what everyone's trying to fight for. It's got to be a combination of the employer and the employee taking responsibility. The employee will need to take lots of responsibility in DC. Gone are the days on sort of DB. The member has to be really engaged in this decision-making process. So employers now know what they need to do, statutory and against legislation. And many of our clients want to do more. They recognise the unique challenges, I suppose, that are placed on employees, and they recognise now that if they can't force them at the door at 65, 66, state pension age, then they're going to be storing up problems unless they offer a really, really good defined contribution sort of pension scheme. So we recognise the budget that companies have to spend on employee benefits. Our consultancy, I think, has to be viewed wider than DC. I don't think you can now solve all of the issues that exist in the DC pension scape without looking at the wider issues that affect members. If you talk to members and you engage with those members, the biggest feedback that you'll get is they're aware that they're not saving enough into long-term savings, but all of the shorter-term pressures on their money, other savings, other saving priorities, but also debt, is a big, big pull. So we can't just look at DC longer term later life savings in isolation anymore.
Okay, so what is your approach then to treating pensions within that wider benefits framework?
So I suppose we've had a number of changes, auto enrolment and freedom and choice, which has really changed how members react to DC and pension savings. And I think the first key for us is to understand and get lots of data about the membership and the wider workforce. So analytics, analysis of data is key to what we do. We then like to provide the consultancy based on that sound sort of data. We deliver the solutions into that workplace, and a very, very important part is that we then check that the consultancy that we provided is measurable against some objectives that we set at the outset based on that data. And it's only by having that data and that line in the sand that we can then go back and check on the progress that we've made. And coming back to value for member, the changes that we've made to the pension scheme, has that resulted in longer term benefits to the members, cost savings, increased productivity for the employer, all of those aspects that we can now track. And that's really, really important as a consultancy to demonstrate that you as a consultant are adding value as well.
Mark, thank you very much for sharing those thoughts with us, and congratulations again on winning the award.
Yeah, thanks very much. Thanks.
Thank you.